Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I was checking out this video about a kid that ingested drugs while he was in daycare and how the mother found out about it. Now, I'm one of those people that's like, if you can't afford it, watch your kids, especially that young, and don't send them off to, random daycare because they're not going to take care of your kids as good or as well and look after your kids as well as you can, especially if you're in the right state of mind. Now, this story was just sad. Um, Clearly, the kid is going to suffer from some physical and maybe some mental stuff down the road. But it was just overall a sad story. So I'm going to let the video play and just give my 1-2 about it.
Former daycare worker will spend 4 months in jail and another year on probation after she pleaded guilty to bringing cocaine to an Oak Creek daycare.
The employee was arrested back in May after a toddler got a hold of the drug.
The baby I brought home that day is not the same baby that I dropped off, unfortunately.
And that is Kimberly Hobson. Her son Prince was the baby exposed to cocaine at that KinderCare.
It's something she says has changed their lives forever. Jenna Ray has the exclusive story.
And that's one thing. You can see the pain and the hurt in the eyes of the mother. She probably feels a lot of guilt leaving her child there. She probably has to work and can't watch the kid, without doing both working and watching the child. But you can really see the pain in her eyes, and she feels really, really bad. I can tell that the child is going to have to deal with something for possibly the remainder of his life because some fool decided to bring drugs to a daycare center.
If I would have never took him to the emergency room that day, I would have never known about the cocaine.
On May 15th, Kimberly Hobson got an unexpected call from her son's daycare,
Saying I need to pick him up because he was throwing up.
When she took him home,
I laid him down and I lift up his shirt. You just see a whole bunch of scratches on his stomach, his side, his butt. There's bruises on his back. Mama bear kicked in. I went right back up to the daycare and I confronted everybody there.
Kimberly says she got no answers from the KinderCare employees. And after taking Prince to the ER and filing a police report,
CPS, a group of officers came here. They were just like, his toxicology report came back positive for cocaine.
I first met Kimberly 2 weeks after that.
Every day he's coming here, I'm thinking he's safe.
Since that day, my investigation revealed the Oak Creek KinderCare has more than 24 violations cited by the Department of Children and Families, including staff being aggressive with infants, undocumented injuries, kids having access to power tools and toxic chemicals, and cocaine inside the infant room.
For one, how are these people even able to operate with all these charges going on? Cocaine inside the infant room, access to power tools, toxic chemicals, undocumented injuries, staff being aggressive with infants. That's enough to get that place shut down immediately. Like, if I was her, what she's probably doing, along with some other parents, is to get this place shut down. It doesn't deserve to be open at all, treating children like this. And like I said before, like, if you can afford to do it, watch your children, especially at that young age. If you can homeschool, if you can care for them, do that. Like, make a way for that, because certain people out there are not going to care for your kid as much as you care about your child.
In October, we learned DCF suspended, then revoked the daycare's license.
That was the first time I smiled in a long time. I was happy. I'm still happy about that.
Yeah, and it's still closed today.
Oh, yes, it
You
is.
think it should remain closed?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I take that back. Well, it seems like they got it closed, which is a good thing, because no child deserves to be subjected to that, that type of environment. That's just insane to me.
Permanently.
Since Prince's incident in May, the daycare's had 7 more violations, all of them related to child injuries that went unreported and carelessness of staff.
It makes me feel sad because, like, at the time he was 11 months old. He was so innocent. Like, if you knew the baby before, like, he was just so happy. His daily routine has been messed up due to, unfortunately, what happened at KinderCare. He has a lot of developmental delays now. Might be special needs now. I wish I didn't send him to KinderCare that day. I wish that day I wouldn't have.
Wow, the child might be special needs now. This is insane. And like I said, you can really see the guilt and the pain and hit a hurt in her voice. Like, you know, she, you know, she sent her kids with the right intention to the school, to the daycare, so he can get properly looked after while she worked. I assume she was out working, and she thought he was in good hands. But something like that she just has to live with now is like her leaving him there. Her decisions that she made with that could possibly, cause him harm when, developmental stuff. You know, that's just it's just like really no words to describe what she's feeling right now.
That day just changed everything.
In Oak Creek, Jenna Ray, TMJ4 News.
We're told KinderCare is trying to appeal DCF's decision to revoke its license. We reached out to KinderCare and we're waiting to hear back.
And if you are...
Well, that's the end of the video pretty much. Well, what looks like is going to happen is they're probably going to open the place again and get everything up to quote unquote code. And then maybe, just maybe, it might get better or it might just fall back into what it's been going on before. Like those type places, I don't know what she was paying. It probably was a lot of money. But, depending on what you're paying, it depends on what you kind of care you get sometimes, unfortunately. And with this place right here, it sounds like they just didn't give a damn about the kids overall when you look at all the violations. And, I feel sad for her, and her child, especially being that young, not really having a chance to develop. But hopefully he'll develop normally with all his cognitive skills and nothing is delayed and he'll be good and he'll get over that. But just an overall sad story. And once again, I go back to, if you can afford to do it, just watch your kids, homeschool them, especially that young too. Just if you can keep them at home and watch them, do that. Because some of these people out here just don't give a damn. They just see your kid as just something like they have to go to and just go to work, and it's just something that's just disposable and it just doesn't mean anything to them. Now you have some daycare people and some teachers out there that really care about the kids, but from what I've seen, like it's a lot, it's a big percentage of them that just don't give a damn. And I'd rather lean on me being that percentage or care percentage that's going to care for my child 100% than having to worry about a percentage of bad teachers or caregivers. So that's my 1-2 on it. Leave your feedback. Let me know what you think.